Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, we give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak, Radash, the lot of star apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, salutations to the whole elect, 144,000. There was 1/3 million children in order. This is Shemaiah Allah with the Great Millstone chapter of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And this is going to be a quick impromptu. I was just recently watching Elder Malcolm's video, World War III, and it got me to thinking about the time in Egypt, um, in the book of Exodus, when Pharaoh had told the people, his Salaki, his people, about dealing wisely with the Israelites. And to sum it up, over here in America, aka Babylon, aka Egypt, spiritually, they've done the same thing. And as we are on the brink of the third world's woe, I think about, and this ties also into like why they're going so hard to keep us from the truth and knowing that we are the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And partly of that is because you have to think about it. Esau has been a sworn enemy of the children of Israel, um, since you can remember, since Esau was uh, brought on into the earth, birthed into the earth, you know, and all the way down to the modern day Edomites, the so-called whites. You know, we are still at odds, and we will forever be at odds. So in Exodus 1:10, when it reads, it says, in Exodus 1:10, it says, "Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join unto us, so like unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land." Um, Part of Esau's one of his fears is that we will rise up and come up against them. Secondly, thinking about things in today's age, when Jake tried to separate and do their own thing, going back to uh, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, things of that nature. Which this is not our rest, and that's the reason ultimately why the Lord had to break that up through the use of Esau. But Esau, being the devil that he is, he destroyed all those things because you have to think about it. You know, just the same thing is with them. Salaki, the same thing with them. You know, uh, Desegregating the schools. You know, wants to indoctrinate us into you know, thus say the Bible, Gentile state of mind, but American, modern day American, a modern day Gentile state of mind is being a so-called African American, and, and learning the ways and philosophies, what I'm saying, of the beast, which you think about, the image of the beast is that's what it is. And so, by us being indoctrinated into those things, we are a part of this place, modern day Egypt, and is a way of them, dealing with us wisely, because their fear now, the fact that we're waking up, that you know we're gonna, and it's prophesied that we will come up against them. So dealing with the war that's going on, dealing with think about how many Jakes have joined the army, the reserves, the Marines, whatever, the military as a whole, and have fought wars alongside of Esau. You know, and then now we're in the time period where Jake is waking up, and hey, if you're an Israelite, you're not joining the army. You're not going to war for Esau, Edom, in this wicked ass kingdom. You know what I mean? And so that fear of let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply and they come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join unto our enemies. Now, we're not going to join on to the enemies, but we're also not going to fight the war and coined by uh, Malcolm X. You know, this white man's war. You know, because ultimately it is Esau's war. You know, his thirst for domination of the earth, in which hey, the Lord did give him the earth. Hey, scriptures say, hey, the earth began into the hands of the wicked, and who is the wicked? The wicked is Esau Edom, the so-called white man of today. And so I just got to pondering that and thinking about it, um, and it proves that in Ecclesiastes 1:9 it says the thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So just like in Egypt, how they dealt with us wisely, and it, they, as far as that prophecy goes, that we were put out. Um, Matter of fact, no, Salakia. They put us in hardcore slavery and bondage. And so over here in the Americas, we've been put in hardcore slavery and bondage. Not only that, once we were so-called free, in which emancipation means transfer, all you did was transfer over into a newer way of slavery, which is, corporate America. But through your system and through your philosophies, that's how you dealt with us wisely. It kept our minds docile to knowing who we are, and then not only that, we were, you know, uh, drafted into the wars to help fight your wars. You know, I think about Vietnam and how they told us, in Vietnam, like, hey, this is not your war. At that time, there's so much political things that were going on, but it stood out, that hey, you so-called Black Native Americans, this is not your war. This is the so-called white man war. Esau Edom's war. His thirst for world domination, and his influence across the world. So, uh, Salaki, if I'm a little all over the place, like I said, it's quick and impromptu, but it's something to think about, and also, to sum it all up, this is why you have like the vocab Malones of today who are coming up against it. They're working with the elites, man. And the goal is to discredit this thing so that, you know, Jay can look like we don't know what we're talking about, or we don't know who we are, most people get when you tell them, hey man, we are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You so-called Latinos, so-called Blacks, Native Americans. They give you that crazy ass look, or think you're bugged out and you're out of your mind. You know, but again, everything that has happened over here in America, aka Babylon, aka Egypt, spiritual Babylon. Uh, this beast has dealt wisely with us, in the image, which is the philosophies and the doctrines, the false churches and sciences and I mean anything that's against the scriptures, you know, um, that has been their cornerstone of keeping Jake, dealing wisely with Jake, so that we wouldn't wake up. And now where we are, you have these guys like Vocab Malone and people that, these churches, these Christian churches, plantation Christianity, and things of that nature, uh, come up against us to try to debunk this thing and turn us back, send us back into darkness again, in which that time is up. And like prophecy say, man, everything that is happening now must happen, and is going to happen. And again, Esau, Edom kingdom, along with these heathens who are all confederate against us, which that goes in also into them dealing wisely with us. All the other nations confederate against us. Um, you're going to be taken down. You know, and right now through the word, through the prophets, we're speaking it, and we're bringing you to court right now. And discovering, all the heinous acts and things that you've done over these years. You know, and so that judgment of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and when Yahweh Shai return with the mighty angels, to render that ultimate and final judgment, your queendom will be done, and there will be no more dealing with us wisely. You will be dealt with wisely. You will be put in subjection, you know. So again, this is just an impromptu, just kind of pondering thoughts as I watched Elder Malcolm's video dealing with the Woe 3, third world's woe that is on the brink, on the edge of kicking off. And if, hey, you know. And so with that being said, I just want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Wadash, a double honor to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace salutations to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the one-third male and children in order. Again, this is Shemar Allah with the great millstone chapter. I'm walking Wisconsin. Until next time, shalom.